We are 100% in rebellion. This is the problem. And we constantly go through this rebellion because the main thing is what we do with rebellion. Anytime we can hear some truth, the first thing we want to do, we want to rebel against it in one way, fashion, form, or another. And we'll see this also when you look at Deuteronomy chapter 9. We're going to go through 7 and 8. It says, remember and forget not. So he's telling us something. And the beautiful part about this is to where we have no excuse. Exactly no excuse. The reason why we don't have no excuse, you got the records in your hand. This is why you see, I make sure you see the Bible. Elder Jenkins, make sure you see the Bible. Deacon Micah, make sure you see the Bible. Elder T, make sure you see the Bible. Elder Fields, make sure you see the Bible. Everybody, make sure you see the Bible. Why? Because you see in records, so you cannot say you didn't see it and you didn't know it. So we look at this in Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 7. It says, remember and forget not. And he says, how thou provokest, how you provoked the Spirit of God to wrath in the wilderness. So we send records of this. And the only thing you can do, you can deny it, but then you calling God a liar. So you can deny it all day. That's 100%. That's fine. You deny it. You lying on God. Because he says that day, so we see the records. So once we see the records, and from that day, thou didst depart out of the land of bondage until ye came into this place, and ye have been rebellious against the Spirit of God. The same thing we do. We do the identical thing. We can be in all the hell, and hell can be coming all over us all day long. As soon as we get out of that hell, and whoever brought you out of it, that same person you will rebel against. The identical person you rebel against automatically. Why? Because I'm out now. Now what you going to do for me? This is a problem. This is not a problem for certain people. This is a problem for all of us. All of us. And you see, he says this in verse 8. He says, also in herb ye provoketh the Spirit of God to wrath. So not only in this is the same thing. We have to understand what we're doing. The reason we have to understand this, we have sometimes husband, wife, wife, husband. Sometimes you can sit there and your husband can say what his piece, and whatever he didn't like, he can tell it to you and he can walk away. Your wife can sit there and tell you her piece, and she should be able to walk away. Tell you, I didn't like it. This was a problem. I'm letting you know how I felt about it. Don't do this anymore. Husband could do the same thing, vice versa. You know what our problem is? Our biggest problem is we'll provoke them to wrath. You're going to keep, this and this. You're going to keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding. Why? They said their piece, what they didn't like. They have a right to do that. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep, you did this, you did this, you did this, and you did this, you this, you that. You do it to wrath. This is a problem. Where do you think you got this from? Can an Ethiopian change his skin? Or a leopard his spots? So the same thing is, this is where you got this from. This is our problem. When you sit there, somebody should be able to say their piece and move on. And you can sit there and take it in or not take it. But what people will do, they'll do it to wrath. Why do you think you got so many divorces and craziness going on? Why do you think all this silliness going on? And 90% of the time, it's over. I'm telling you, you can't even find out what they was mad about.